Olson, executive producer of sports, with the camera over there. Scotty will be with me for a little while, and he had an unfortunate incident that we'll get into as well. But in the meantime, welcome out here to Coors Field. And just behind me, take a look at that. Rockies warming on up for batting practice, their first batting practice, of course, of the season, and it is just absolutely beautiful out here. I mean, stunning. You look at the sky out here, beautiful weather. For the first kind of normal year of baseball going back to 2019, and everybody, I'm telling you, everybody's ready for it. I certainly am. And I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour so you can see what we're seeing here at Coors Field as well from the from field level. But there's a lot going on here. Again, batting practice about to get going underway. Oops, a couple of the players trying to get going behind me. So I'm going to scoot on out of the way because that's a bit more important there on business duty. I'm just a guy with a camera time here on this beautiful Friday. So I'm going to walk around a little bit here. I'm just waiting for some of the players to get settled. But what you're looking at behind me, again, first batting practice of the season about to get underway here in the next little while. That is Charlie Blackmon, Rockies outfielder, right there in the near ground, just grabbing his glove and getting ready to warm on up. And I'll again leave you with some of those images here. And there is, of course, where batting practice is about to take place here in the next couple of minutes. The players, again, just kind of stretching, warm on up, getting ready for that BP. So I'm going to kind of walk you around a little bit. A window to do that here as we can get over to home plate and show you some more of the sights and sounds of batting practice here at Coors Field. But there you go. This is kind of right behind home plate, just a little bit on the first base side, where right over there against the players warming on up, stretching on out. And also, that is the home clubhouse, or home dugout, I should say, right over there. Clubhouse is just behind that. And Rockies manager Bud Black giving a little bit of a media interview right now over that way. So I'm going to away from spots, including the visiting dugout and clubhouse. This is from straight back here. There's the Rockies logo just about to get unveiled for that 2:10 first pitch, and the big screen in left field, and all that beautiful sunshine. It is absolutely gorgeous out that way. And a couple of Rockies employees over this way as well. But again, just wanted to give you a little bit of a behind-the-scenes view about what we're looking at here Friday. And first meeting day, again, one thing, having been here for about an hour or so, that everybody keeps kind of harping on is, which is understandable, is this is the first kind of normal-ish year post-COVID, still ongoing, but post-ish COVID year that we've had in a little while. So it's kind of nice to kind of get back into the real swing of things, to be out here. Journalists can go into the clubhouse. And speaking of the clubhouse and the dugouts, this is the visiting dugout here, where the Dodgers will be sitting on up in the next couple of minutes. So there's that visiting dugout here, but going to walk you around a little bit. Things that you can see here from Coors Field. So again, they're the players warming on up. So I'm going to kind of try to avoid that area a little bit because, well, don't really want to annoy the players all that much and get in the way of them warming on up here for BP. But there are some of the players. You can see kind of Brendan Rodgers here in the near ground. Rockies infielder, Brendan Rodgers, and then trying to pick out a couple of the players out here as well as I kind of hop on over here. So excuse me for a second. There you go. There's Chris Bianchi right over there, actually. Rockies' big new center that way, throwing the ball. Not sure you can quite pick that out, but there you go. I'm going to walk down the first base line just a little bit so you can get a better vantage point of second place. There you go. They're the players all warming on up this way, stretching on out as they just came from spring training. I believe they came over yesterday. They had their workouts yesterday afternoon. That's, by the way, is Charlie Blackmon walking on over here right in front of us. The players flew in from Arizona back on Wednesday. They had their last spring training game on Wednesday. Stretching out, working out yesterday, getting ready for the 162-game grind that starts this afternoon at 2:10. Again, couldn't ask for better weather for today with temperatures. I'm a weatherman at heart, so meteorologist at heart. Oh, by the way, I'll be doing noon weather coming up at 9 News at noon from right over there, from right behind home plate, which I'm really excited about. But again, the weather is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you just couldn't ask for better weather. And we're finally done with the wind, too, which I know everybody's sick and tired of the wind. But a couple other news and notes. Walking on up here, it was certainly buzzing here in Lodo, and noticeably so. Of course, last year the Rockies did have a home opener, but things weren't obviously quite as normal. This is the first year. I've lived here for 12 years. So I've been through quite a few opening days here, quite a few Rockies opening days. This is the first year where it truly felt like kind of a normal experience. And again, I think that's kind of the overarching theme here today is it does really actually feel like for the first time in 3 years now that we're getting a real normal-ish start to opening day. And that includes so many different things. But one of them, you're looking right behind me, is that the players warming on up without masks, media behind me without masks, and out here on the field. And again, part of the so-called return to normalcy. I know it's quite gone away yet, but it does feel like we've made some significant progress with the vaccines and boosters and everything like that. But also behind me, you can actually see that way. That looks to be in the big screen some sort of light they're showing. I'm not sure what that is, but I thought for a second that was going to be something else. But that is some sort of big light that they're showing. But I don't know. I think it's so great to be here and showing you all the different sights and sounds. That's, by the way, Brendan Rodgers taking BP right now. He's the first player up, I believe, taking batting practice. So there you go. That looked like a good little line drive to right center. Brendan Rodgers. Rockies infielders. He's in the starting lineup this afternoon, and he's warming up. And player I can't quite pick out. Brendan Rodgers has that kind of distinct mullet that makes it pretty easy to tell that's him. I can't tell from this far away. Maybe he didn't need to eat a few more carrots. Who that is? Who's warming on up right over there? But BP just getting started here at Coors Field, and again, there's going to be a whole lot more of this coming up here in the next few minutes. Again, one thing I did notice here earlier on, I'll get back to BP here in just a second. One of the things I certainly noticed walking on up here was there was a lot of people outside Coors Field. I mean, there was a huge line to get into the party gate, and we got here just before 10 a.m., so about a little over an hour ago when we first got here. There's already a huge line out the door to get into the party deck in right field, and the line extended at least a block in Coors Field. So it does, again, it's hard to kind of put into words exactly how things are kind of feeling normal again, finally, but that's one of those kind of tangible aspects to this that does feel like things are finally starting to get back to normal. Again, in right field, that huge line to get in. Fans can't get let in, I don't believe, until 12 o'clock, but walking through Lodo this morning, there was a whole lot of people out and about, and it seems like, again, everybody just ready to have an open day. I think the weather plays a factor into this as well. Just the fact that it's been sunny and it was just so lousy all week long with all that annoying wind. And now things kind of, again, starting to feel look a bit nicer, and I think everybody excited and ready for that. So I'm going to take you back over to BP. That is Charlie Blackmon taking batting practice right over there. Not sure how well you can see it, but that is, trying to make sure you're getting a pretty good view of it. But there is Charlie Blackmon taking batting practice. Come on, Charlie, hit a homer. Take a line drive there, but Charlie Blackmon, one of the, of course, Rockies mainstays, been with the Rockies since, I believe, 2010. He was drafted by them and now jogging on over, looks like back out to right field. And Brendan Rodgers stepping back up for batting practice. That was a good drive, and almost a homer by Rodgers there. Oh, gosh. I don't know about how many of you joining us here are big baseball fans. I grew up a huge baseball fan, a big Rockies fan, and just sights and sounds. By the way, there's a home run by Rodgers. Not sure you can see the ball as it goes out to left field, but Rodgers just hit a homer there in BP. Again, it's just so nice to be back here and hearing that distinct crack of the bat, smelling some of those hot dogs starting to grill up. It just feels really nice to be back out here again, and again in kind of a normal way. But I'll leave you with another shot here of batting practice. I was gonna try and get back over to the visiting dugout, but I don't think I can do that right now, just because a lot of the players are milling around behind home plate. I don't think I can quite get through, and I don't want to, of course, interrupt batting practice here, at least for the home team. I don't mind if I interrupt it for the Dodgers, but home team won. I do mind. I'm going to walk on over and bug Scotty Gange and show you our sports department and everything else going on. There's Scotty Gange. Scotty Gange.
Hi, team.
This is Scotty. Scotty, if you wouldn't mind turning around for a quick second.
My good luck.
A little unfortunate incident for Scotty Gange is that is some residue from.
Bird just wanted to give us some good luck today.
That's okay. That's the way to read it. I was saying to everybody just now that it seems like it's the first year that everything's kind of normal again, and I think it's kind of palpable, isn't it? That like everybody's having a good time. It just feels nice. Not only the weather, but everything else, right?
It's just like we were walking in, there was that long line of people. It's just, it feels, I mean, it's a perfect day. As I know you're going to talk about at noon, the weather hit.
And you.
And me too, yeah. But it's just, it has that extra vibe. You know, last year was just kind of, they got a game today, right? But today it's like, no, this is opening day in lower downtown. I'm excited right now just talking about it.
I know. It just it just does seem that, like, again, being down here, you mentioned it. I mentioned that to get into the party deck, that there was that huge block.
Party deck will be popping today.
Oh man, we got here at 10 in the morning. I mean, that's 4+ hours before first pitch, and that line was over a block long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
it's gonna be awesome.
I was just showing BP. This is a nice vantage point, isn't it? Too.
It's not a bad life. This is.
No. And hopefully everybody gets a pretty good vantage point. This is Brendan Rodgers once again up, taking batting practice here. Ooh. I think that's going out. That's out. Oh, that wasn't quite out. That would have been out in the old Coors Field.
Been out.
When they had that shallow fence there, but they moved that. Ooh. Gosh, I just missed that crack of the bat, don't you? Just that.
Sounds good.
Especially this up close. And hopefully you can hear it there at home as well. But anyway.
I'm going to go live on Instagram.
Sky's going to go live on Instagram. Sky, what's your Instagram handle?
This is 9 Sports. 9 Sports CO.
9 Sports CO.
All right. We're going double live with Chris. This is great.
This is awesome. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there since Scotty is going to go live on Instagram. Again, 9 Sports CO, at 9 Sports CO on Instagram. So hop over there. Scotty will continue our tour of Coors Field on this beautiful day. We're excited to be back for some baseball. I'll be on at 9 News at noon, and we'll have another update, also another kind of behind-the-scenes thing coming up right before first pitch at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, hopefully, you got to see BP, got a little bit of insight, a little behind-the-scenes access here on this gorgeous day here at Coors Field. I'm Chris Bianchi. I'm going to be doing the weather at 9 News at noon, and Scott is going to be joining me as well. But in the meantime, thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and go Rockies.